Welcome back to our Web3 Marketing Mastery course right here on EduTube. All right, let's dive in. Today, we're going to tackle a huge topic, cryptocurrency, but maybe not in the way you think. We're going to explore a much bigger and honestly, a way more exciting idea. So, you've definitely heard of Bitcoin, right? It's all over the news. But I want to start with a question. What if I told you that cryptocurrency isn't really about money? What if it's about a whole new way of owning things on the internet? To really get what this all means, we need to take a quick journey together. First, we'll look at the internet's early days, then we'll uncover a huge problem with the web we use every single day. We'll see how that led to a totally new vision for the internet, and then we'll get to the good stuff, a super simple, no jargon explanation of how crypto actually works, and most importantly, why you should even care. Okay, so to understand where we're going, we've got to understand where we've been. Let's take a quick look back at the internet's history. You know, the internet didn't just pop up one day looking like it does now. It's actually evolved in these three big chapters. We started back in the 90s with Web 1.0, which was basically a read-only web. Then, in the early 2000s, Web 2.0 came along, the read-write web we all know. But what's coming next? Well, that's Web 3.0, the read-write-own web. So what does all that read-only and read-write stuff even mean? Well, think of Web 1.0 like a giant digital library. You could go and look up information, but you couldn't really add your own books to the shelf. Then, Web 2.0 showed up with things like Facebook and YouTube, and bam, the internet exploded. It became interactive. We could all become creators and share our stuff. But here's the thing. This amazing, interactive Web 2.0 that we all use and love, well, it came with a catch, a hidden cost that we're all paying whether we realize it or not. So it really makes you stop and ask a critical question. On these platforms, we spend hours on every single day. Who's really in control? And the answer, let's be honest, is a handful of very big companies. They own the playground, they make the rules, they have centralized control. All of our data is sitting on their servers. And here's the kicker. They are making billions of dollars from the data and the content that we create. We basically have zero real ownership over our own digital lives. This quote from Charles Cummings just hits the nail on the head. Think about it. When you buy an ebook or a movie online, you don't actually own it. You're just renting it. The platform can take it away from you whenever they want. We're essentially just borrowing our own digital lives. Now, that is the fundamental problem that this next chapter of the internet, Web 3, is being built to solve. And just look at the difference here. Web 3 completely flips the script. Instead of limited ownership, you get full, actual ownership of your data. Instead of some central company calling all the shots, you get decentralized control by the users. And get this, users can finally earn from their own contributions, not just the platforms. So if you boil it all down, what is Web 3? It's really simple. At its heart, it's about building an internet that's owned and operated by the people who actually use it. And it's all built on three huge ideas. First, decentralization. Basically means there's no single boss. Second, ownership. The stuff you have online, it's actually yours. And third, trustlessness. Now that sounds like a weird word, I know, but all it means is that you don't have to trust a big company to be fair. The system itself is built to be fair from the ground up. And the very first technology that proved any of this was even possible was Bitcoin. The best way to think about it is like the first iPhone. It wasn't perfect, but wow, did it show the world what could be done with this new internet of ownership. All right, now for the million-dollar question. How in the world does any of this work without a big bank or a giant company in the middle running the show? It all comes down to trust, right? How can you trust a system where there's no one in charge? How do you send money to a friend without a bank making sure it gets there? Well, the solution is seriously clever. Let's use an analogy. Imagine a special diary, but instead of just you having it, everyone in your group of friends has an identical copy. Now, when someone wants to add a new entry, like a transaction, they just announce it to the whole group. Everyone hears it, and they all write down the exact same entry in their own copy of the diary. But here's the magic trick. The pages are linked together with a kind of digital superglue. This means no one can ever go back and secretly change or erase an old entry without breaking that seal. And if they try, everyone else's diary will immediately show that something's wrong. It's basically tamper-proof. And this amazing shared public diary technology, it has a name. It's called the blockchain.
That's all it is, a shared, unchangeable, secure record book.
So where does cryptocurrency fit in? Well, crypto, like Bitcoin, is just the digital cash that you use to make those entries in the diary. It's the money that exists on the blockchain. Okay, so a decentralized public diary, digital cash. It's a cool idea. But what does any of this actually mean for you in the real world? It means that when you buy that ebook, or that cool item in a video game, or a piece of digital art, it is truly 100% yours. It lives in your personal digital wallet, and no company, not even the one who made it, can ever take it away from you. That is real ownership. And it also means you can send value directly to anyone, anywhere in the world. Think about sending money to a friend in another country. Right now, it's slow, it's expensive, it has to go through a bunch of banks. With crypto, you can send it straight from your wallet to theirs, almost instantly, without a bunch of middlemen taking a huge cut. So this tech opens up a whole new world of possibilities, a future where your digital identity, your digital assets, your online connections, all of it belongs to you and only you. I mean, just think about that for a second. What would you do? What would you create? So that's the big idea. Cryptocurrency isn't just about digital money. It's the key that unlocks a whole new internet where you are in control. If this finally helped it all click, if you feel like you finally get what crypto actually is, please hit that subscribe button for EduTube and stay tuned. We're going to keep unlocking Web3 together, step by step. Oh, and drop a comment below. What's one crypto term that has always confused you? We'll explain it.
EduTube, where blockchain becomes easy to understand.